that allowed him to get some separation and get a good look at, and knowing where to attack on the court, the space he needs to get to, ready to shoot. Sometimes he comes off, he's not sure, passer's not sure what he's going to do. We need him to do what we need him to do, and the ball be delivered, because the guy guarding him is going to catch up if he doesn't get set quick. And I thought he did a pretty good job tonight, probably a better job recently than he has been getting himself ready to shoot the ball quicker.
Coach, just what's it say about your guys, your maturity, the leadership to take, I mean, that had to be a pretty good job of taking the scout to the court in that first half defensively to hold him to 16 points.
They did. You know, I thought again, these guys want to be good. They know we've got to get better. They know that. They realize that. They know this league is a brutal league, and they know that. But it's hard. Like I said, winning's hard. You know, and you can play hard some games, and it's not enough because a few mistakes here or there. It could be leaving your feet. It could be fouling three-point shooters. You shouldn't foul three-point shooters. You shouldn't. I wish I could do the NBA rule. I think in the NBA, if you foul a three-point shooter, you got to buy everybody's dinner at a high-end restaurant. We maybe should implement that now. But the fact is, I mean, do you know how much we talked about not fouling a three-point shooter after the games all year? And I bet you we're leading the nation in it. I don't know if they keep that stat, and then we come out and do it again tonight. Can't do it. Can't do it.
Building off earlier when you were talking about that being a design play with Felix taking the three, how big was that for the momentum of the game to kind of get back in your favor?
Well, they definitely took control of momentum. And, again, I'm not taking anything away from them, but you turned the ball over the way we did, and we got first 4 minutes, we went totally away from what we talked about at halftime, and they took advantage of it. They're too well coached, too many good players that, you know, I call them, you throw lifelines to people, they're going to grab them, and they're going to, and it energizes them. It gives them a chance. Hey, I mean, having a 15, 20-point lead at halftime is not that big a deal. It really isn't. And it's hard to coach with a lead. It's hard to catch up with the league, you know, when you're behind. But the fact is, you're dealing with guys. I thought Grant's question was a good question, because guys forget scouting reports. You wouldn't think they would, but it's a natural human tendency when you get up 15, 18, they think, some guys think the game's over. It's never over. I don't think it's over. I mean, I don't know how other people feel. It's funny. I sit at home and watch games sometimes, and I'm like, this game's over, you know? And most of the time it could be, but I've been on games before where I've seen teams come back down 30 and win games. So I don't ever think they're over. And from our end, but it was a big play. Like I said, it was a lucky play, obviously, because he hadn't taken one all year. If he were smart, he wouldn't take another one. He'll leave here as the all-time leading three-point shooting percentage-wise. He would be the Tennessee's version of Danny White at Notre Dame. You know, Danny's the all-time leading field goal percentage shooter, so they can have that in common. You know.
Rick, you talked about that sequence where, you know, State could have got it within 4, but that three spins off, and then Felix hits a three. And are moments like that in coaching? Obviously, it went your way tonight. Sometimes it goes the other way. How hard is it as a coach to sort of accept things that you can't really control like that?
Well, it's hard. It's hard. You like to be able to stop the game and do what I do in practice. You guys see me in practice. I can't do that. And ask, you know, I mean, I don't understand it. There's so many things that go through young guys' heads. I can't tell you why, but I watch NBA games and I'm like, why would they do that? Or why would he do that? You know, it takes all of us to be on the same page, understanding the flow. Like, I thought we took a couple of threes tonight. That, again, we want our guys to shoot the ball when they're open. But I think some guys think when we talk about being aggressive and being in attack mode, I think some guys think that means shooting the ball. And that could be the furthest thing from it. It could be being aggressive, setting the screen, driving the ball, just taking shots to take shots, not being aggressive. That's not, you know, that's not what it's about. But too many players think that, okay, if he wants me to be aggressive, that means he wants me to shoot it. And that's not what I mean at all.
Anything else?
All right, thank you guys.